Hi, I'm here with Bill Cress. Bill, tell us a little bit about your involvement in the project. It's a little bit different from everyone else on the team.
Well, I was brought into the project to put together a interstellar research institute for Icarus Interstellar. However, my role has evolved and into something much different. The institute is still program number one. However, I am working on new business development in many areas, and the team has decided to make me the director of business development for Icarus Interstellar.
You're really carrying a lot with the project. Along the lines of what you mentioned before, you're creating an Interstellar Institute. Can you tell us how
Yes.
that progress is coming along?
Well, we've taken surveys of all the team members and, tried to determine what it is that they wanted to see in a research institute. And the reason for doing that is we wanted to encourage them to participate. So this way, when we approach them to actually make a move and come to the United States when that institute is created, they'll be more encouraged to do so because they've actually had a hand in saying what was going to be there. The institute itself is going to be a world-class institute because reaching for one of the closest stars, which is 4.5 to 15 light years away, is a magnanimous undertaking, and it takes a lot of scientists working together closely and being able to interact with each other on a daily basis. You can't do that through the internet and by telephone and on Skype and all of that, because a lot of times stuff is misinterpreted. It just doesn't work.
And along with creating an Interstellar Institute, we all know that the people that you work with are very important. What do you think differentiates your team from other teams doing similar types of projects?
Our team has been in existence for approximately 2.5 years at this point. There's nobody that has the depth of scientists and researchers that Icarus Interstellar has. And Project Icarus has been an ongoing project which picked up where Project Dadius left off. Our scientists are very dedicated. They're all volunteers. We have approximately 35 members with another potential 10 joining us soon, and they are from all over the world.
That's interesting that you mentioned the whole volunteer part of it. You're heading up the business plan and the business model. How do you really head that up with a volunteer team?
Well, right now the team is in a transition stage because their mandate is to finish the project Icarus by 2014. Once that happens, the next step then is to actually start putting the components and factors together to build a ship. In order to do that, it's going to take a lot of money raised to support the scientist on a full-time paid basis. So my role is to help raise that money.
And how much do you think it's going to cost? I mean, this is a huge project.
Well, in order for the team to go forward for the next 10 years, I believe that it's going to cost somewhere between $75 and $100 million. That's my target goal. I've set a target goal of $100 million.
And most of this funding would come from private investors, different businesses?
It'll be a combination of private investors. It'll be high net worth individuals, foundations, some government funding. But the government funding will come into play later on when the ship is actually being built.
And for people looking to invest in this type of project, what do you think the benefit would be for them?
Number one, they are going to have high visibility because the project itself is magnanimous. Right now, it's programmed to take 80 years to reach the closest star based on the current technologies, but technology is evolving every day. I hope to be able to...
do you plan on cutting that down just a little
I'd like
bit?
to get that cut down to maybe 30 or 40 years so that at least somebody can see the other end of the tunnel.
Exactly, right? Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Enjoy the rest of your day. It was a pleasure talking with you.
Nice
Thank
seeing
you.
you, Hailey.